General solution of trigonometric equation. Now by general solution we mean it's a set of all the possible values of angle theta considering periodicity of the trigonometric function involved that satisfy the given equation. So that means, as we are aware, the trigonometric functions, all the 6 trigonometric functions are periodic. That means their values repeat after a specific interval. So therefore what happens is, in the particular solution we found that there were only 2 values in the range of 0 to 2 pi which satisfies the equation. But here, because of the periodicity, the values would repeat again and again, and hence that will give us the set of all the possible values, which is nothing but the general solution. So now what we are going to study is the different types of trigonometric equations and their respective general solutions. So we have different types which we are going to study now one by one. So let's go ahead and study the first type, where we have to study the general solution of trigonometric equation. Now in the first type there is a first equation, that is sin theta equal to 0, and we have to find the general solution of this. That means all the possible values of theta in this equation that satisfy this equation. So if we imagine the frame of reference and sin theta equal to 0 immediately tells us that theta equal to 0 has to be one particular answer. So theta equal to 0 will give us sin 0 of 0. Now let's ask the question, what is the next angle in sequence which will again give us sin theta equal to 0? So it's clear that the next angle is 180 degrees. That is nothing but pi, right? Okay. Now which is the next angle after pi? So like from 0 we have come to pi, and from pi we will go to 2 pi. So it's clear that the next angle whose sine is 0 is 2 pi, and hence it's clear that we can continue and say that the angles of 3 pi, 4 pi and so on, all of these angles will basically have their sine as 0. So therefore, generalizing this, we get theta to be equal to some integral multiple of pi, isn't it? So that is what is nothing but the general solution. So theta is equal to n pi, where n is any integer. So whether it is plus pi or minus pi, plus 2 pi or minus 2 pi, plus 3 pi or minus 3 pi and so on, any integer multiple of pi will give the general solution of the equation sin theta equal to 0. Right. Now let's go ahead and study the next equation in the first type, that is cos theta equal to 0. So once again let us consider the different angles, starting with the smallest ones. Now starting with the angle 0, as we increase the angle, which is the first angle where we get cos as 0. So it's clear that it is 90 degrees, which is nothing but pi by 2. So pi by 2 is our first immediate answer. Now which is the next angle in sequence? We can easily see that the next angle is 3 pi by 2. So basically it will be all the angles whose terminal arms lie on the y-axis. Right? So after 3 pi by 2, we will have the next angle as 5 pi by 2, after which we will have 7 pi by 2 and so on. So as we can see here, we are getting the odd multiples of pi by 2. So therefore, on generalizing, any odd number is represented by 2n minus 1, where n may be any integer. So this is an odd number and we have to multiply it by pi by 2. So therefore, where n is an integer. So the general solution of cos theta equal to 0 is given by theta equal to 2n minus 1 times pi by 2, which is nothing but an odd multiple of pi by 2, where n is an integer. Right? So let's move on to the last equation in the first type, that is tan theta equal to 0. Now here if we consider tan theta, then that can be written as sin theta upon cos theta equal to 0. Now this implies that numerator, that is sin theta, has to be 0. Only then we will get tan theta is 0. So that means sin theta equal to 0 is nothing but the first equation that we just studied. So whatever was the general solution of this equation, the same general solution will apply for tan theta equal to 0 also. So therefore theta is equal to n pi, where n is an integer, is the general solution of this particular equation, that is tan theta equal to 0.